No Man's Sky completely freaking sucks, man. This game was heavily hyped for the last 2 years, and what we get as the finished product is an absolute pile of absolute horse turds. No Man's Sky is just another typical PlayStation exclusive. Remember how bad Killzone was? Remember how bad that game was when it launched and nobody played it? This big game is way worse. Really terrible graphics. The fact that they're charging an indie game for $60, and the fact that the hub world is so boring. Like, he thought Witcher 3 was a boring game. No Man's Sky, basically, you explore endlessly through space, not finding anything at all. Yep, that's right, you don't even find anything whatsoever. You explore and explore and explore and nothing happens. Unlike other games like Minecraft and or even Terraria is better than No Man's Sky. It's still better than No Man's Sky. What's No Man's Sky? It's just terrible. And also if you look at the if you look at the scores on Metacritic, the game scores, if you look at the user scores, they were so terrible. Of course, there's no scores by the critics, of course, because of course Sony's basically stalling people. Is part similar to their Destiny reviews, is stalling the people, waiting for good reviews, but it's that it's of course there's no critic reviews. I don't even know why there's no critic reviews. Like when a game launches, there should be at least 1 or 2 critic reviews, but or any entertainment media, there should be at least 1 or 2. The same thing has happened with Destiny. Mattervise says that gave her a 0. He says, "Go Xbox, go Xbox." Yes, Halo exclusive franchise is to be for all players. Basically, a pizza again. That's an excellent review. Completely good review. He gave No Man's Sky a 0. Which No Man's Sky is a 0 game because nobody is gonna play this game with its empty open world and empty and no game. Of course, the Sony Seep are giving it good scores, but Tic Tac Toe has the best review of them all. No Man's Sky, he gave it a 3. I don't know why he didn't give it a 0. It seems like an accelerating idea on paper, but the final execution was very lackluster. It doesn't use very long before the gameplay gets stale and repetitive. Basically, the size of the game can certainly be immersive, but it doesn't mean much of No Man's Sky can offer to keep you entertained with the game. If you really want to pick the game up, I recommend a price drop. That's right, they're selling this game, a game that is extremely boring and nauseating. Like, you can criticize other games, multiplayer-only games such as Evolve, Overwatch for having $60 price tags, but those are not indie games. This is an indie game, and it should be $40. This game should be immersive, but it gets so bored. But the game gets so boring very quickly that it's not really that immersive as people would say it is. And also the gameplay, it's extremely boring. It's basically you just wander aimlessly through space, finding nothing, and nothing over again. When you do finally discover a planet, you'll be very disappointed by its contents. The whole point of the game is to upgrade your spaceship. This game is just a ripoff of Elite Dangerous is the Xbox exclusive. That's right. The Sony is so unoriginal that they had to rip off an Xbox exclusive to make more money for the terrible, terrible system. I don't recall the last time a PS4 had a good exclusive to buy. I don't recall the last time PlayStation in general had a good exclusive. I don't remember. It was so long ago that I don't really remember when PlayStation had a decent exclusive. You could technically say that Haze was a decent exclusive. You could say Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm was a decent exclusive, but most of these exclusive games that come out for the PS4 are either indie junk or laggy piles of crap like Street Fighter 5 and Drive Club. No Man's Sky is just your typical Sony seep defending the franchise. That's the user score used to be a 4.5, which was an absolute low score for a supposed to be huge exclusive. And now I have a 5.2 because, of course, all the Sony seep are buying it. Of course, we all know the Sony fanboys are buying this game and playing it. Those are people who giving it 10s, 9s, but we all know this game is extremely repetitive, extremely boring, really, really awful. If you want a better game, let's go buy Halo. It's way better. Or Elite Dangerous is the Xbox exclusive. It's way less repetitive, way less boring. There's there's more interesting planets and characters. It's way better than whatever they play these indie developers pump out. If you do not buy No Man's Sky, No Man's Sky is still a little bit better. That's why it's still better than Undertale. That's why it's still better than Earthbound as well. It's still better than those two games. It's still way better than those. No Man's Sky completely, absolutely, freaking completely sucks.